Hi everyone, this is Sailesh Ram, AsianCultureVulture.com. We're here at Toronto International Film Festival 2019, and we've just covered the red carpet for the film Harriet. This film is about Harriet Tubman, who's one of the most famous and revered names in the history of America. She was born a slave and was very much a slave, and she managed to free herself, and once she'd left, she went back to collect members of her family and others, and she's very famous for the railroad story of getting people out, getting them out of slavery and to their freedom.
Listen for them. Fear is your enemy.
Whoa, easy now.
I'm gonna be free or die.
So the lead is Cynthia Erivo, and she's British, and she made her name on Broadway, winning a Tony for her performance in The Colour Purple. So let's find out more. What was it for you on a personal level to make this film, and the fact that there was some controversy in the beginning, you know, when you got the part and you wrote that long Instagram post? How does it feel to be here now on the red carpet presenting?
It feels amazing to be here right now. It took a lot to get here. It took a lot of hard work, both physically and mentally, to be in this place right now. And I felt like, I've had some really wonderful people supporting along the way, and to be a part of the storytelling of it is an honor. It's time for her story to be told, and I'm glad to be a part of that. Yeah.
And what do you think? What message do you think she has for us all?
I think she has a couple. And for the main one for me is that for women and women of colour specifically, that we have more strength in us than people see, people understand, and that the smallest person, because she was small, she was only 5 foot, who might be underestimated, has more power than they know. It's to know that with the smallest action, we are still able to change the world. When we're given the room and the space to do the things we're supposed to do, to live in our truth, we are able to succeed. And she did. And I think that's what's important. That's what people take away from this.
And did you feel the weight of responsibility in playing this role, playing Harriet?
Yes, very much
How
so.
did you cope with that? What was
I was lucky enough to have a really wonderful support unit on set. Casey, my director, Casey Lemons, is an incredible woman, and without her I don't know that it would have been able to be done. She is literally holding my hand the entire way. She was incredible. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you know how extraordinary this is, but you have made it 100 miles to freedom all by yourself. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Harriet Tubman.
I'm great. You're the final.
Yeah, I'm the last one, so don't worry. So tell us, how did you come to be involved in this film? How did you get involved? Did somebody approach you? Was it an audition, or how did it come about?
I got involved from a couple of really brilliant, strong, talented women that are part of this movie. Debra Martin Chase, Cynthia Erivo, my dear friend, asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and then when I was taking too long, they told me I was going to be a part of it. So that's how.
What's the part you're playing? Can you describe the character and the role in the film?
I play William Still, who's a great American abolitionist, journalist, writer, one of the architects of the Underground Railroad, a real leader of the movement.
Fantastic. Did it feel that you were on something more than just a film? Did you feel the weight of the history of Harriet Tubman and all that? Did it feel different?
Oh, absolutely. Because this is a long time coming. A lot of people have worked for a very long time to get a Harriet Tubman story told. So, which is why tonight feels so special. So you feel that responsibility on set for sure.
And how do you cope with that pressure of telling this story, which is so important?
I think preparation. I think being in the moment. Being kind and gentle to the other people you share the set with, being kind and gentle with yourself, is sometimes my issue. I think that's how you cope.
Great. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
Papers. It says here you're 5.5 feet tall. You ain't more than 5 feet.
Must have won my high boots that day.
It's fantastic to be here on the red carpet for this film. A lot of people have wanted to bring this story to the screen. Where do you think you have been able to succeed where others have failed?
Sheer determination and perseverance.
That's right.
We weren't giving up.
Yeah, I think at one point Deb and I were determined and had committed to getting the film made by a certain date. We were going to pull the money together independently. We were going to raise a small amount of equity and just get the film made. And it was sort of that momentum that allowed the studios to just take a second look and say, well, maybe we shouldn't miss this opportunity. And so that's how we got it made.
And we had the right team. I mean, we had we had Cynthia Erivo and we had Casey Lemons.
Yep.
Right, so Cynthia, this is the performance of her lifetime. She was made to play Harriet Tubman.
That's right.
And Casey brought the magic. Casey elevated the movie, the script, the movie, and just really brought me. She's such a special artist. She brought all of that to bear. So it just became.
Did you want her very specifically as the director? You know, that you felt she was the right person?
Oh yeah, I mean we'd had, this had been around for a while, and Casey was off doing other things. Actually, she was doing something else with me at the time,
right.
And it just wasn't coming together. And Daniela said to me, "What about Casey?" And I was like, "Well, she's doing something else for me." And then I was like, "Boing, yes,
Ding,
Casey's
ding, ding,
perfect."
light bulb.
And as soon as we mentioned it to her, she was like, "I'm in."
And I think the thing about Casey is she really wanted to tell an empowering, inspirational story, and there are many versions of this story.
Yeah.
And this is one where we want the entire family, all races, creeds, religions, to come out and be inspired and believe that one person can make a change and change history, and that's the story she told.
And that, given the times that we're all living in right now, that's so important. I think that gives people hope that each of us can make a difference in the world, right?
Yeah. That's right.
And is that at the heart of the film, wanting to give a message of like hope and encourage people to stand up?
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
You nailed it. Yep.
She couldn't read, she couldn't write. She was destined to be a slave for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
But she decided, I'm going to be free or die.
And then to go back down south after
Right.
you've achieved your freedom was unheard of. And she was like, if I'm free, my family should be free. And that was what drove her back down again and again. Pretty amazing.
Thank you so much. All
Thank
the
you
best.
so much.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
You are welcome here anytime. If I'm free, my family should be too. I made up my mind, I'm going back.
Okay, I played the bounty hunter. I play the person who they bring in to find Harriet Tubman.
Wow. God.
So I'm chasing her for a whole movie. She's eluding me, and she's outsmarting me. Yes.
How did it feel to be on this film? Because it's a story that everyone here knows, everybody cherishes, such an important story. How did it feel to be part of telling that story?
It's tremendous, man. The main thing is I like to do films and television shows or whatever that really mean something, that tell a story and that really teaches and that really uplift my people. So this is a very uplifting story.
And
yeah.
this kind of has a message for everyone. It's not just,
it's not. It's a message of resilience. It's a message of strength and of perseverance. It's Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? I've learned about Harriet Tubman. That might have been the first name I ever knew when I was a child in a womb. This is the Harriet Tubman story, yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
I come to get you. Bring all of you to freedom.
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? You got lucky, Harriet.
I made it this far on my own, so don't you tell me what I can't do.
So can you tell us a little bit about the character and the role that you have in the film?
Of course. So I play Vincent, which is the Broadus family, the twins. So I play the oldest set of twins.
And were you very familiar with the story of Harriet Tubman and the importance of this film, and like you're a kind of minority within this film?
I'm a
How did it
contradiction.
feel?
Yeah, I'm a contradiction for sure. Yes, I knew about the story, but I didn't know the weight of the story. And once I started doing research, it really started to weigh heavy on me just how important she was and still is.
Yeah. And why do you think? It's a film for everyone, no doubt. But a lot of people will look at it and think, "Oh, it's a black film," and be slightly. What would you say to them to really make them want to go and see it, and why should they see it?
I think at the end of the day, nobody should look at anything as a black or white film. I think it's a beautiful story, and we should all be happy that it's being told as humans, and especially right now. I think we need it more than ever. Yeah.
And what, in terms of your own background, is this how much have you been in a lot of films? What's your kind of acting history?
So I grew up in Colorado,
Right.
and I was a pro-am snowboarder.
Oh wow.
And then right when I turned 18, I got too many concussions. So I organically grew into an actor, and started working with Netflix and New Line Cinema and Focus, and so I've been very grateful for the roles that have come out.
Good luck. Thank you so much.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.